Hello dear students, let's we will discuss the Bohr model of the atom. So I have taught you about the Neil Bohr, the Danish physicist. So he was given that particular model of atom in 1913, as I have told you. So we have some postulates that we have discussed today, and that we will discuss something more about the Niels Bohr model. So now we have discussed the path known as orbits. So you know the orbits also, and the energy level or energy states we have discussed today, and the cells also KLMN, and it is numbered as 1 2 3 4 etc. And now we have another point, that while moving in a particular energy level or energy state, an electron neither loss nor gain energy. That is one of the most important facts of the Niels Bohr model. There is no loss of energy and there is no gain of energy. Okay, so means the energy of an electron in a particular energy state always remains fixed or stationary. This state is called normal or ground state, as you can see in this picture. That is said to be a ground state. Okay, clear now? Here is a ground state. Okay, and another we have a exciting state, the other energy levels. Okay, so since now we have another point of Bohr model, that like energy, the angular momentum of an electron in an atom can have certain definite or discrete value and not any values of its own. The only possible value of angular momentum are given by the expression. Now we have an expression of, it is said to be mvr is equal to nh upon 2 pi, that I have discussed you find in your textbook also. Okay, now the next point is, when the energy is applied to the electron, I have told you today, it absorbs energy only in fixed amount as quanta. It is said to be a quantized energy, and jump from its normal energy state, means ground state, to where? To some higher energy level known as excited state. Okay, so since the excited state is unstable, the electron may jump back to lower energy state, and in doing so, I have discussed you today and told me, whenever the electron lose their energy, it come back. Okay, and it jump back to the lower energy state, and now on that time the E1 is represented the ground state and E2 is represented at the exciting state. It is said to be a higher energy level and lower energy level. Okay, and now we have energies, difference of the two energies. Now we have the difference of energies of two energy level at del E is equal to E2 minus E1. where E2 and E1 are energies of electron in the higher and lower energy level respectively, and del E is the difference of energy of two levels. Okay, that is said to be Bohr. Okay, so now further, since each energy level is associated with a certain definite amount of energy, therefore energy emitted or absorbed in certain fixed value that is equal to the energy difference of two energy levels. So this means that, now listen to me carefully, this means that energy of electron cannot change gradually and continuously, but change abruptly as the electron jump from one energy level to other. Okay, so that is the Bohr model. Now we have the limitation of Bohr model also. So Bohr's theory of atomic structure was quite successful in explaining the stability of atom and the line spectrum of hydrogen atom. But however, I have discussed you today, however, the several defects were observed in this model. First, this theory could not explain the atomic spectra of multi-electron atom. That means that type of atom, those containing more than one electron. Now second drawback is, means limitation is, Bohr's theory predict only one spectral line for the electronic transition between two energies. However, if examined carefully by the spectroscope, that is better resolving power, each line was split up into number of closely spaced lines. That is the drawback. Means I have told you the sub cell KLMN, it is also split in sub cell SPDF also. Okay, now next, the Bohr theory also could not explain the effect of electric field, and it is also could not explain the Zeeman effect. What is this? Bohr theory failed to explain the effect of magnetic field on the spectra of atom or ion. It was observed that when the atom emitted radiation, I am going to tell about the Zeeman effect. Okay, now listen to me carefully. In the next point is that particular. It was observed that when the atom emitting radiation is placed in a strong magnetic field, each spectral line is further split into a number of lines. This phenomenon is known as Zeeman effect. Okay, now next one is, the next limitation of Bohr model is, Bohr's theory also could not explain the effect of electric field, that is said to be a Stark effect, and that is the I have discussed now. And next and last, Bohr's theory does not provide any clue to explain the shape of molecules arising out of the directional bonding between atoms. Okay, that is the Bohr model and their limitations. In our next whatever it is, video class or it means live class, we will discuss the modern model of the atom, that means dual behavior, and also we discuss about the dual behavior of matter. So for today it is enough, and now please prepare notes